Hello everyone and welcome back to my monthly crafting and talking show, Craftversations, where this month my guest is the very hilarious, the very adorable, the very talented, Jimmy Wong!
Wow!
Yay!
Did you think out all three of those adjectives?
Yeah, just now.
Oh wow, that was good.
That's off the top of my head.
That was really kind of you to say all that, so thank you.
It's true though.
I'm happy to be here.
Thank
I
you
love
for
crafting.
being here. Do you?
I do actually. I like knowing that I can do it, even though I don't do it often.
Well, this craft that we're doing today is a little messy, but I think it'll be fun. We are going to paint marbleized little pots for...
So they look like marble.
Yeah, for your plants and stuff.
In
Yeah.
California, we have succulents, which are plants that need no water and only sun.
That's true, and I should have gotten some to put, but I didn't. So if you want to craft along with us, here is what you will need. You will need some little terracotta pots. You can get these at a craft store. You'll probably need some toothpicks. I couldn't think of what those are called. You don't necessarily need these droppers, but when I was test running, they were kind of helpful, so if you want, you can use those. You'll need cups of water, and you will need some acrylic paint of various colors that you would like to use, as well as something to mix the paint and the water. I just have some plastic cups there.
Cool, I usually use my mouth. So
Or
this
that.
Is this is a vast improvement.
Just like gargle it.
Yeah, you're like, bleh.
That's so
Like I said, I don't craft often. I just like knowing I can do it.
So you will want to have a main color and an accent color. The main color in the demonstration was white, but it doesn't necessarily have to be white. But
White's not technically a color, thank you.
That's true. And then you will mix it in your cup with, it says 4 parts paint, 1 part water, but I just kind of am eyeballing it. So that's what this is for, if you want to just pour a little water in.
Cool.
And then we will put it on the plate, and then we will put in some accent color and mix it around and marble away. It'll be easy peasy.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I put in 20 parts.
Oh no.
Actually, technically, this could be 1 part.
It could be.
Okay,
It made the little fart noise. So Jimmy!
Yeah?
What's going on with you? How are ya?
You know, I'm doing that acting life.
How's that going?
Good.
Yeah? That's
MK
good.
and I have been acting for quite some time together.
I was just saying to Jimmy, it was 7 years ago, right now, that we were shooting Prism, which is the first thing we did together.
How did you actually get that audition?
I think
Because I
just-
lived with the guys that made this,
Oh,
this
yeah, I
first thing we
forgot
did
about
together. I was
that.
their roommate, and then someone else
Corridor
dropped
Digital.
out. And they were like, Jimmy, do you want to do it?
Oh, did they?
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, I'd love to do it.
Oh, that's so funny. I think I like saw it on like LA Casting, because back then I was always like...
Dude, every day on LA
scoping.
Casting.
Yeah, I was always scoping for stuff and auditioning for like anything, and I just auditioned and they cast me, and that's how I met you so many years ago, and then we figured out that we had the same birthday.
Yeah, that didn't happen, I don't think, until... Did we figure that when we were filming? I forget
No,
when
it was like after we wrapped, we went to dinner one night.
And we were talking about it,
Yeah, and I was like, what's your birthday? And you're like, March 28th. And I was like, no, that's my birthday too.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was so crazy. That was so long ago. Okay, so you got your white mixed up? You might want to take off your pot off of the plate. Just pour it out on the plate. And then we're going to...
I think mine's a little too watery.
You can add some more paint to it.
Yeah, it's more paint to it.
And then we're going to like also water down the accent color.
That was a good noise. Paint me! Please! God!
Also water down the accent color, and then just like do little drops of it and then mix it around to sort of create that marbly
the marble look, okay.
effect. I think
And then
I'm
we'll
gonna
use the
this, like,
toothpicks
teal.
to help.
Yeah, to like mix it around.
Okay.
And then we will just roll, it'll get a little messy, but I have paper towels. We'll just roll these in the paint. Prism was mini a year ago, and since then we've worked on a couple things.
Yeah, that's right. Poe Party is my absolute favorite of everything we've ever done.
Well, me too, but I'm biased.
You are biased? You know, look, it's okay, because we're all a little biased.
It's true. I'm so glad that you had a good time on it, though.
Thank you.
You and Jim are so good together.
You know, when you first approached me about it, I was like, one, I'm super down to do whatever, and when you mentioned Jim O'Hare was going to be the other part, I was like, wait, what? Because to me it was like, hey Jimmy, you want to do this thing? I'm like, sure, I love it. I would love to. It seems like a really fun premise. And it's like, oh, you're also gonna be doing it with this actor that you respect and admire and have watched on TV now for 4 years
yeah,
straight.
Isn't that insane? I legitimately started hyperventilating when I read Jim's email that said, yes, of course, I'd love to be a part of it. I flipped.
I know, right? Well, the thing is, like, I don't think a lot of people realize that in the acting world, people have been doing it for years and years and years and years and years. And when we come into acting, like, when I met you, I'd been acting for a year, right? Like, I was relatively inexperienced. I had no idea really how the industry worked. I had no idea what was normal. And someone like Jim is an industry professional. He's been in so many movies and so many TV shows. I mean, Parks and Rec obviously is the like most obvious out of all of them, but like he is a legend.
He really is, and he is so lovely. He was just like so easygoing and so happy to be there and loved hanging out with us. We showed him Snapchat.
You guys introduced him to Snapchat?
Yeah, he was like, what is this? Also, face swap was big at the time on the Poe Party set, so like we were face swapping with Jim, and he was like, this is weird.
Face swapping isn't big anymore?
I personally hated it.
It does make you look crazy.
It's so weird.
But yeah, like actors in their careers, they just span so many. It's just an honor to because like if you like think of the number of hours that he's put into a set and what he's done, it really is a marvel.
Totally. Also,
and very respectable.
Parks and Rec was at the time and continues to be just one of my favorite shows ever.
Oh, it's incredible.
And so when he was so gung-ho to work with us was just like so awesome. But I'm really glad that you had a good time. You were wonderful in it, and we were so happy to have you. Everyone
involved was amazing. It was the first time I met so many people of the Shipwrecked crew, and like it's I don't know. It's one of those things where you hope people are as awesome as you see them online to be, and it was a perfect example of that.
A really nice thing to say. Thank you, Jimmy. We were super stoked to have you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was not talking about you.
Oh, okay, fair. Yeah. Yeah, it was so fun. Well, we loved working with you, and we hope to continue to work with you in the future. Ooh, look, I rolled it. It looks pretty good.
Hey, nice.
That's okay, right? Not too bad. So tell me what's going on with you these days.
Well, I continue to be a host. Hosting is certainly the realm. I did not put enough, by the way, color into this.
Oh yeah, just to do some more drops.
I just gotta be a little more.
Be a little more colorful.
A little more colorful with it. I do a lot of hosting these days, and that's sort of like the biggest thing that consumes my life acting wise. I used to be in the same grind as just actors. I was just always acting, always trying to figure out how to get work in the union, join the union, and all that stuff. And I started doing more podcasting and hosting, and it ended up being a much more natural fit for what I enjoyed doing, which is I got to talk passionately about something I enjoyed and be a part of a community of other people that enjoyed that stuff. I think crafting is one of those things, like, it's awesome seeing how the internet has made it into this worldwide phenomenon almost. Like, anyone can do it, and you're encouraged to experiment, to follow any number of awesome guides online, be a part of the conversation, the Craftversation.
The Craftversation, if you will.
I feel like I'm just drowning the color in the thing, and it's like disappearing. Like I'm trying to put as much as I can onto it so that I can spread it around. But every time I do it, it disappears into the unknown.
Do you have too much water in the?
No, look at this. I did it.
Part? There you go. That looks great.
Oh. Okay, so what do I do here now?
So you're just gonna. It's a little treacherous, but yeah, you're just gonna kind of like roll it through
the whole thing.
And then you can just set it on the wax paper, and it's gonna sort of drip down, and then in a few minutes I'm gonna flip it over and it'll like drip the other way, and that's all. Easy peasy. So you're on this new Disney XD show thing.
Yes.
Can you talk about that?
Totally. So Disney XD, the channel, has decided to... Hey.
There you go.
So you just put it down?
Yeah, just set it down.
Do I eat the rest? Like, what do I do with this? Just...
Yeah, just eat it. Here, do you want a paper towel?
Yeah, so Disney XD, the channel, most well known for a lot of their animated projects, something like Gravity Falls and those shows, has decided to essentially do what is akin to a block of content for gaming specifically.
Sorry.
Please, save me from this existence.
That's what you said in your microwave audition. Do you remember that?
I do. I forgot. I was so glad when I saw that pop up.
Yeah,
I was like, oh my god, I forgot all about these.
Don't you worry, we did that.
Yeah, so I host a show that's on there that's all about video gaming and bringing on cool guests, playing games on the couch, and we also like do digital shorts. So it's kind of like, I call it the SNL
That's so cool.
Video gaming, I guess.
That's awesome.
Minus the part where I have, people on SNL have real talent. It's just me, just chilling.
You have real talent.
Trying my best.
That's
I got
awesome.
real character.
It's cool that you are good at hosting and that you like that, and like that's the thing that you've discovered that you
Yeah, I love hosting.
That's great. I
been a
think
lot of
it
fun.
would stress me out. I don't know if I would be great at it.
MK slyly said it would stress her out as she continued to host Craftversations,
As I host a show.
that is hosted by her.
I've got a point. You've got a point there.
Okay, mine looks like the apocalypse happens. Mine looks like "Ugh!" it's yours is beautiful and like mine just looks bad.
No, it doesn't. It looks great. I think you
Okay.
got a lot of water in your
I think so
in
too.
your mix,
But
so
I would
that
love a
might
new
be-
terracotta pot.
Yeah, you want one of those babies?
Yeah, give me a baby.
One of
here.
those little
Let me
babies.
drown this baby in.
Oh no! You said you do podcasting too. What's that?
Yeah, podcasting is something I do for fun.
Yeah. What is your podcast?
I
didn't
podcast
realize
about.
this.
I play this game called Magic the Gathering. It's a very
yeah.
nerdy card game. It's been around forever. It's like the original card game. Games like Hearthstone and stuff all sort of
Came
got
from
their
that?
inspiration and a lot of inspiration from games like that, from games like Magic. And so I grew up playing it because it was from Seattle.
Oh, I didn't realize that. That's cool.
And
you are from Seattle.
I'm from Seattle, so I
we
played as a
should say.
kid. And when I came to LA, a big thing that happened was a lot of my friends were into different games and stuff, and a lot of them were also into Magic. And I was like, oh man, I haven't played this in forever. I would love to play it again. So I started playing it again, and we were thinking about it, me and my friend Josh, and we're like, we should do a podcast about this. And so we started podcasting about it.
That's so
and
cool.
3 years later, we were still...
3 years?
3 years, yeah. We're still
Dang.
making weekly shows about
That's amazing.
Magic the Gathering. And we have an awesome base of listeners that support us on Patreon. And
Oh, no way.
yeah, like it's great because I don't get to engage with people on social media in different
Sure.
ways that are like unique like that. And being able to talk about a hobby like Magic the Gathering together is great.
That's really cool.
I'm gonna flip this abomination over because you did too.
You're supposed to like flip it so that then it'll kind of drip the other way some.
I see. Mine looks more like
That's
someone went to
cool.
space.
I like that.
and
I think that's neat. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna
There
add
are no mistakes in crafting.
That is
There's
true.
just worse versions of the thing the other person made.
That's a pretty good slogan. I'm gonna add a different accent
Oh my gosh, I
color.
forgot all about the possibilities of colors.
We got lots of different colors to use, so go nuts. What is the name of that podcast?
The podcast is called The Command Zone Podcast. That's been a lot of fun. And it also like it gives me an excuse and reason to play. Oh
No, are you okay?
Yeah.
That was scary.
Just blood. All this blood paid me.
I'm sorry, I should have told you to wear something you weren't
What, like
too
a
worried
smock
about.
or something?
Yeah, a smock. Could give you like a t-shirt to put
Excuse
on.
me.
Your shirt.
Are you calling me sloppy?
No, I just were painting and I didn't think about that. Are you still doing your Feast of Fiction show?
Yes. Feast of Fiction is a show that I started a long time
You
ago.
have so many different projects going.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of the guy that refuses to stop working.
Yeah,
so
I feel
don't
that.
get into a relationship with me anytime soon.
Words of wisdom.
Yeah. Feast of Fiction has been something that I've been doing for 6 years now. It's a cooking
Wow.
show. And I'm finally like trying to put a little more... What is it? Look at what's happening here. It's like...
It's probably old. That's really
Looks like... Have you guys ever seen The Thing by John Carpenter?
That's really gross.
It's like it's oozing out of
No,
here.
I'm sorry. It's just because it's old. I have a bunch of paints that I've had for a while, so I'm sorry. You can abandon that one if you
excuse me.
desire.
I'm gonna make this work.
Okay.
It's because I put too much water into it.
Good luck. So you've been doing Feast of Fiction for like years?
Yeah, for literal 6 years. We're on our
incredible.
6-year anniversary now, actually.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
That's wonderful. How often do you put those out?
We put Feast of Fiction videos out still once. We try to do once a week, and we're actually doing a whole new like series of. We're kind of like changing it into more of a lifestyle-y thing. We just want to put more content out, so we're gonna start filming more behind the scenes and stuff, and try and keep things fresh and interesting.
This video was made possible by my patron Paul Komoroski. Paul, thank you for being such an ardent supporter of all of my various projects.